So we recently had an election. This is the day after, November 3rd. I voted, played along with the system that we have. Now, what would awakening look like? Another way, a more awake way, a more progressed along the road to more awake consciousness. What would that look like in regards to political systems, voting, governments, representation? What would that look like? What's the next step? You know, is democracy the end? Of course not. It's just another stop along the way in models on how we function. So here's a couple of things that you might find interesting. One is, the big contention was, in this election, the Republicans are increasing their piece of the House of Representatives. They're getting the majority and kicking out the old hated majority leader, the Democratic one, and they're going to stick in their own one. So the battle continues, this oppositional adversarial system. We are taught and programmed that somehow the adversarial system is the best system. Listen to that for a second. Adversary. Full-on battle. My gladiator in the arena will kill yours. So we have adversarial court systems, and we program our people that that's the best system. We're basically saying war is the best system. Now, our court system, law schools, and everything trains our politicians, because the vast majority of politicians, 80% plus I'm sure, are lawyers. So they have ingrained, imprinted, programmed into them the adversarial system. Voila, that's what we get. One thing that really struck me is how close it really is. In the Senate, often it's only a couple of votes between the 100 people in the Senate, 100 senators. You have 51 to 49, 52 to 48. How close is that? America has voted that they want 48 people of Republican or Democrat, whatever the side is, and 52 of that. Now that's very, very close. In any presidential election, you'll see that the winner has 51% of the vote, and the loser has 49% of the vote. Now what that really is, if you took that down to 100 people, 48 people want this, 52 want that. That's pretty much an even Steven. That's pretty even. It's not 90 to 10. It's not 80 to 20. It's 51 to 49, 52 to 48. That's pretty much a divided situation, a divided house. America is a divided house. We've been effectively programmed into Democrats, Republicans. Two-party system is no party at all. It's not a good time had by anybody. And so effectively those 52 people get to tell the other 48 what to do. Is that freedom? Or is that tyranny of the majority? Where the majority, by a slim, slim margin, 2 votes, gets to tell the others what to do. Benjamin Franklin said it this way. Democracy, we've been programmed that democracy is the best thing. Democracy is 2 wolves and a lamb voting on what's for dinner. Liberty is a well-protected, well-defended, well-armed lamb to protect themselves. Liberty and freedom is very different than democracy. They're not the same thing. Democracy is tyranny of the majority, where the majority tells the other people what they need to do. Power to the people, isn't it supposed to be, at least current democracy, is really on the surface saying it's power to the people. 1 person, 1 vote. The people have the power. Now how could this be improved upon today? Why do we even have a House of Representatives, the Congress and the Senate? You have a Congress of 535 people, whatever it is, I forget. And the Senate is 100 senators and then 1 president and then the legislative, right? Why do we even have a House of Representatives? Why do we need to have someone represent us? Why can't we decide ourselves? But we are now currently electing someone. I want you to represent me. Travel off to Washington and do what you think is best for me. Now I'm just going to explore this a little. That was back in horse and buggy times. What kind of communications did we have? letter, post writer. We didn't have telegraph, we didn't have telephone, we didn't have internet back then. So we elected somebody and said, you go off to Washington and do what you think is best. I trust you. There you go. Don't have time to talk about it back and forth. Now, is it the same situation today? No. There's something called the internet or the telephone. Even if you don't have internet, you have a telephone. So real power to the people would be what? Get rid of the House of Representatives and vote directly on the internet. There's your social security number or whatever, voter ID number. No fraud, only one vote per number, right? You can check online if your vote went through, all transparent. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Would you like to legalize marijuana for medical uses for the whole country? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Right? Or inside your state. How much would you like to spend on would you like to go to war with Iraq? 1 for yes, 2 for no. The people vote directly. Eliminate the middleman. Do you like middlemen? Do you like middlemen jacking up your price, confusing stuff? Why do we still have a middleman for us voting? Do you know that we don't even vote directly for president? We elect in the electoral college. The people, most Americans have no clue, they don't vote directly for president. They don't. We send someone to Washington that then we say, please help decide who you think should be president. Same old system back when we couldn't communicate. Now it's direct. All you need is a phone. I put in my voter ID number. Would you like to have XYZ proposition happen? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Power to the people. Power to the, just a thought, just a suggestion. Why even need the House of Representatives anymore? Or let the people vote directly. It's not a big deal. Or give us a choice. We're exploring. Give us a choice. Yes, I let my representative do it for me. Or no, I'm taking my power back to me. I'm going to vote for myself. I'm not sending a representative. He does not represent me. She does not represent me. I'm voting myself. And then once a week, you look at the propositions and things going up, the bills in the House of Legislature, and go, no, I don't want to pass that. Or yes, that sounds good. And then you can change your mind. Much quicker, much faster. No horse and buggy politics. Lobbyists gone out the window. PAC, political action committees, gone. True power back to the people. Some people, you may say, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, okay. But progress will progress. Here's a funny one. If pro and con are opposites, pro and con are opposites, what's the opposite of progress? Congress! Yes! So what if we got rid of the Congress and had direct voting? Direct voting, power to the people. Isn't democracy about people voting and having power? Well, maybe we could decide to pass a constitutional amendment getting rid of the House of Representatives. Now, they're all going to squeal like stuck pigs. And, oh, we're necessary. But how are they going to explain it? You're too stupid to decide for yourself. You need us? You're not smart enough? I mean, really. Most of that is they believe the masses are asses and that they need to tell us what to do. So true democracy, even, in its flawed state, thank you, Benjamin Franklin, would be, I vote on the internet, I vote on my phone. Everyone has a phone, and if they don't, they can do it the old way, still have the old polling places, right? Very simple. True power to the people. What do you think? Some ideas. What would the new political system look like? Why have we been seduced into the two-party system, Tweedledum and Tweedledummer? Has this been done on purpose? Why is it always 51 to 49? Is that really a representation even, or is that just pissing off half the people, making them feel hopeless, and my guy won, yeah, we beat you, we're going to tell you what to do? Is that really true democracy? Is that politics? Or is that a product of adversarial system, fighting, right? Politics. Poly meaning many, ticks meaning blood-sucking, little, small-minded creature. Shall we get rid of the politics and just take our own power back? Could happen. I know I'm a dreamer on this one. But once you hear this, a mind who has been expanded can never go back to its original size. Share this. Why not have direct voting on the internet? Simple. You don't need the representatives to vote for you. You vote. Power to the people. Just some thoughts on politics.